Hello, legends. Welcome to another live cast of Wavematics weekly forecast for January 24th to 28th, 2022. Before we continue, let me know in the comment section if the sound is okay and you are seeing my screen. Let me know, those online with us now. Let me know if the sound is okay and if you are seeing my screen. Today we are going to dive deeply into the markets. We are going to look at some forex pairs. We will look at the S&P 500. We'll go into the indices and also look at some few cryptos, Bitcoin, and other stuffs. So let me know where you are watching us from. Let me know where you are watching us from. I'm connecting to you from Ontario. My name is Peter Pe. I'm the founder of Pearl Markets, and if you are joining me for the first time, let's have a very wonderful time and profits in the markets together. Last week we had a very wonderful week. If you watched last week's live cast of the Wavematics Forex forecast, you get to know that most of the analysis, the forecast that we did went on point, and these are not just guesswork. Trading is a game of probabilities, but you need a very strong methodology to understand what is about to happen. So today we are going to dive deeper and look at what the market has for us in this particular week. Now we are going to start with the dollar index. If we look at the dollar index last week, this is what we were looking at. This is from the legendary trade room. This is the members dashboard. Last week we were looking at this particular scenario. You can see that from January 15th we are looking at this particular scenario, and that is still what we are focusing on. If you want the weekly count and the other of the dollar index, you can go to watch replay of the last week's session. I really did an extensive uh, analysis on the dollar index. Now we are going to start from only the daily and go to and look at how we are going to trade it and use it to trade the other pairs, other dollar related pairs, other related pairs in the course of the week. Now, in this particular dollar index, now we were looking at an ABC of a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, anticipating for the wave 5 for this particular uh fib zone here, after which we were expecting we will be expecting a reversal signs for a weakening of the dollar. So it really moved as we forecasted, as we looked at. So now if you look at this particular week, that particular trade is still in session. So we are looking at a short-term strength, of the dollar index, a short-term strength of the dollar index. Then after which we'll be looking at the reversal sign. So this is how what we are looking at for the dollar index. Invalidation wave 4 invalidation level was not triggered. Um, wave 4 invalidation level was not triggered. We can see Abu Bakar joining us from Malaysia. Shout out to you. And now, if we look at this particular, if you look at this particular section, if you look at this particular session now, with our understanding of the dollar index, let's go and look at how we are going to use it to trade the Euro USD, which is negatively correlated to the dollar index. So now, if we go to the Euro USD, if we go to the Euro USD, now this is the scenario that we are looking at for the Euro USD. Let's go straight to the 4 hours. If you want all the count of all the pairs, we've been going through most of them. So now this is what we are anticipating. This is what we are anticipating for this particular week. Now, from last week, we have been tracking this particular pair for some time now, and it really moved as expected. So now we are having this wave one of blue, wave one of 1, 2, 3, 4, with a wave 4 being a running flat. Then we are anticipating a wave 5. Once we get a wave 5, we will be waiting for a pullback for a wave 2. It does not necessarily mean, see, sometimes when you are trading these channels using the Elliott wave methodology, we can have a breakout of the channel, but it can still go into the channel to give us a wave 2. before we come down for wave three, before the trend continues. So watch out. Once I'll be updating you on these pairs. I'll be updating you on these pairs once we get a full breakout. Let's say a full breakout of an extension of the wave one like this. That is when we are going to have maybe a retest of the wave two like this before we come down. But technically, wait for the wave one to complete, then we will wait for a pullback. So if you're already not in the trade, it's very risky to sell now, because price is retesting the channel. So it can pull back for the wave two before we continue, before price continues. So let's quickly look at the next pair. Let's jump to the let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. If we look at gold, last week we were anticipating this particular uh forecast on gold. This has been the scenario that we were looking at. If you look at this, yeah, I think January 5th we were looking at this particular scenario uh for a pullback to the upside, then we having a downward trend. And now last week we had this particular one. I shared this particular trade also. I shared this particular trade when we were testing this particular channel of the ABC. And now the downward move that we are looking for now is still in session. So this is what we are still looking at, of getting a downward move to really get into this particular trade. I do share some signals, but I always like teaching people how to fish than just feeding them with signals. But those in the legendary trade room, sometimes some of the trades that I do take, I do share them. If you are watching with us, you can get this free trade. I shared this particular trades some time ago. I think 4 days ago, for the members in the legendary trade room. So you can take an advantage of it, and don't just enter because the market is moving. The market is moving now. So check the entry as and when you are watching the video, before you make an entry. But this is a guide to you how we do trade in the legendary trade room. It's the same thing that we analyze, that we use to pull our triggers, so now uh let's look at now what we are looking at in this particular week. In gold, this is the let me show you the daily time frame, what I'm looking at for gold. For gold, this is what we are looking at for the daily time frame. We are looking at a triangle of an ABCD. So we are anticipating a wave down for a wave E. Then we price is going to go upward. So as gold, we are expecting a trending in gold for the dollar index, a short-term trend in gold for the dollar index this week. We are anticipating this particular move down. Then when the dollar is weakening, then we will look for this upward move. You can get all these charts and all the updates on the charts when you join the legendary trade room. You can subscribe to the legendary trade room, and it's very simple by connecting us with www.pearlmarkets.com. I'm going to leave a description also in the comment section, where you can join us and get all the updates on these charts. We cannot go through all of them, but we are going to look at most of them. So this particular week, expect a move downwards. If you are not in the trade, wait for a move down. Once you get the move down, then wait for a correction. Then it is after the correction that you get another downward move. If you're a conservative trader, wait for a breakout from this particular channel first. You can also wait that if you're a long-term trader where you are doing swing trading, you can decide to wait for a breakout from this blue channel, a breakout from this blue channel before you continue. But now, if you are not already knowing the trade, you can wait for a move down. Then once you get a correction, then you can sell at the end of the correction. For the next move. Let's quickly look at the next pair. Then the next pair that we will be trading this particular week. If you have any pair that you want us to look at, you can leave in the comment section. Then we are going to look at it. If I'm not able to look at it during the live stream, it's going to be part of the charts I'll be posting in the course of the week. if you are watching me live now, comment in the comment section hashtag live, or if you are watching the replay version, also do comment hashtag replay as we continue with the live stream. So now let's quickly run through these particular pairs. If we look at the pound dollar, we've been looking at this particular pair for some time now, and this is the 4-hour time frame of the pound dollar. Now, if we look at this now, we are looking at a wave four, a wave four. This is the daily time frame. Let me show you what we are looking at on the daily time frame of the pound dollar. So this is what we are looking at. We shared this on January 16th, and we shared this on the January updated version on the January 24th. So we are looking at a move down, then one more move to the upside, one more move to the upside. So now we are anticipating a wave 1, 2, 3. Then inside this particular fib zone, we are waiting for a reversal sign. When a fib zone is drawn, you don't just sell because price is in the fib zone. We need to get a form of a reversal sign, a form of a reversal sign, something like this. Then once we get a correction, then it's going to give us more confirmation, more confidence that price is going to go up. But as it stands now, if you just sell because it's in a fib zone, unless your strategy you are using gives you a confirmation to start buying, don't buy. Wait for a pullback, a reversal sign and a pullback like this. Then once you get a correction, then you can join the buy to the upside. The buy to the upside. I'll be sharing alternative scenarios to this particular pair. Now let's look at the Aussie dollar. Let's look at the Aussie dollar. I think for this particular pair, I've been updating. I even posted when we were anticipating the breakout, when we were anticipating the breakout of this particular channel. If we look at the trade room, I shared this particular analysis of the dollar index. I think this is it, where they should watch out for the breakout of this particular pair. And now we are getting that breakout that we anticipated. We had a wave 1, a wave 2, and now the breakout has already happened. Now we are inside the wave 3. We are anticipating for this wave 3. So what we are going to do this week is, now that if you are not in the trade already, as usual, wait for a correction. Once you get a pullback in a form of a correction, that is when you start looking for your sales setup. Because now if you just enter in this particular time frame, you cannot put your stop loss in a very strategic location, which can make you lose the trade before even it continues to the downside. So now if you are not already in the trade, wait for a pullback and sell this particular pair as we anticipate a wave C of another 5 wave for a wave C, purple wave C, just like the price is playing out now. If you are watching us on YouTube, do subscribe to our channel. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also make sure you turn on the notification bell so that whenever I release videos like this, you're going to get it as quickly as possible. If you are also not joined our Telegram channel, make sure, I'm going to leave the Telegram channel in the comment section so that you can join us, because Facebook don't usually make notifications early, but Telegram, every time I do post, you're going to get a prompt notification. So do join our Telegram channel to as we proceed. Now let's quickly look at the New Zealand dollar, which is also having a similar setup like this particular pair. Similar setup like this particular pair. That one too is just like the Aussie dollar. I did share that particular pair too. If you look at the New Zealand dollar, I was telling them to watch out for this particular breakout on January 19th, and now we've had the breakout. So if what you need to do in trading this particular pair now is just like the Aussie dollar. Wait, once you get a pullback, then you can sell at the end of the correction of the pullback. Don't just enter any trade because price is moving. If you miss a trade, wait. There are going to be several opportunities. For a particular trade to always get a very good entry. So wait for a pullback on this particular entry, then you can get your move to the downward side. If you have any question, you can leave them in the comment section. I'm going to respond to all of them. Now let's quickly look at, now that we've looked at a lot of the dollar indices, let's look at crude oil. I did get a lot of requests on crude oil. So I'll quickly look at some scenario on what I'm looking at on crude oil. If we look at the crude oil, this is what I'm looking for on the daily. I'm having two particular counts, this being a primary count of a wave 1, 2, 3 and ABC for wave 4. Then once we get this move down, we are anticipating a move up to complete this particular move. Then if you look at on January 19th, I shared this particular chart with the legendary trade rooms members, and I told them that they have to wait for a breakout of the trend line before considering the purple wave C. We were anticipating a move to the downside, but always you have to wait for a confirmation level. So if we're able to get a breakout from this particular trend line, then it gives you more influence, it gives you more chances of it happening, it gives you more chances of the trade happening. So if we look at today, how we are going to treat this particular trade this week. See now, the if you look at the 4 hour, now the breakout that we were anticipating is now happening. So once you get a breakout, wait for a correction. Once you get a corrective move, then you can start selling this particular oil. This particular oil is going to be a very fantastic trade, because if you look at it, if you look at the trade very well, the as price was moving upwards, this particular side, the divergence started forming. So that was part of our confluence that we used to anticipate that there was a, a sell setup that is coming. There was a sell setup that is coming. So now wait for the breakout, clear breakout of this particular one. Then once you get a correction, you can sell. I'm going to share a trade setup in the legendary trade room for the members, because as we do monitor this particular trade. So now let's quickly look at the pound Japanese yen. The pound Japanese yen. Let me give a quick. Let me give a quick. Let me make you know what is happening on the higher time frame. Let me know what is happening on the time. So this is what I'm looking at, the pound Japanese yen. Now I'm looking at two scenarios of a wave 1, 2 and this wave 3. So we have a wave 1, 2, 3, wave 4 and 5. Wave 4 and 5. Now these are the two scenarios that I'm looking at. This is the triangle scenario of an ABCD. So a wave if will form once we get a reversal sign, then we will start buying for purple wave 5. There is also another alternative that this can be an ABC for wave 4. So then this is going to be a wave 1, then a wave 2 being here. But whatever be the case, the this upward moves is being anticipated, whether it's a wave 1, 2 in this particular scenario. So when we look at the 4 hour, I gave the two scenarios. So this is the triangle scenario that we were anticipating price to come into this particular session. I shared these charts to the members earlier in the course of the day. So but now if you look at it, price is even inside the fib zone that we are anticipating. So now what we are waiting for is the reversal sign. Once we get that particular reversal sign, then we are going to look at it. But if it should, in case price is looking at this particular then we can get a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 for a wave 1. Then we can get a wave 2 coming down. I'm going to update you a lot on this particular pair. Someone is asking of Euro USD. We have already discussed the Euro USD. So once the live stream is over, you can get a chance to watch the replay and look at what we discussed in the Euro USD. So let's quickly look at some a few additional pairs. Then few additional pairs, then we can few additional pairs as uh so now let's a lot of people have also been requesting for the indexes. So let me quickly go to the index and look at the some few index. So this let's quickly look at S&P 500. With the S&P 500, let me give you the scenario of the weekly that I'm looking at. So this is my weekly scenario of the S&P 500. Now we are looking at a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5. So we are anticipating that the wave 5, the red wave 5, is not yet complete yet. So we are anticipating a move to the upside. So if we look at the daily, if we look at the daily of this particular pair, now we have a wave 1, 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and wave 5 for blue wave 3. So we are anticipating a move down, just like to this particular previous wave 4 support. Then we will anticipate one more move to the upside. Then once we complete this 5 wave, we are expecting a higher a deeper correction, for this particular pair. But as it stands now, we are anticipating a move to the upside. So this is the scenario. This is the scenario if you are trading it this week. If you check the 4-hour time frame, this is what we are anticipating for the 4-hour time frame as we go to the live chart. So now we have an ABC. We are looking at an expanding flat of an ABC. So we are anticipating a 5-wave move at this particular support level. That once we get a pullback for a wave 4, once we get a pullback for a wave 4, then we're going to have another last move for a wave 5. Once we get a 5-wave move, then we are going to look at reversal signs to trade the wave 5, the blue wave 5 of this particular pair. So as it stands now, we look at this particular pair. Look at this particular index and pay attention to it, because it's going to give us a very nice entry once we get this particular side, the buy setup. For the sell setup, is there's not much room, but for now. So wait for, if you're a conservative trader, wait for the buy setup, as we look at it in the course of the day. So that is all for now. I'm going to do another video on the Nasdaq, so that you get a full view of what is happening also on the Nasdaq. And I'm also going to look at the cryptos. This particular week. I'm going to do I'll try my best to do a video every day, a video every day, So if you want to join us in the trading room, you can go to www.pairmarkets.com, and you can subscribe to the trading room. If you take even the annual subscription, you're also going to get the Wavematics Forex Accelerator course for free. The Wavematics Forex Accelerator course for free. And in the course of the week too, there's going to be I'm going to give an update. There's going to be a members only live stream. If you look at our events calendar, in 2 days time, 26 January, there's going to be a Wavematics midweek forecast, which is also another forecast like this, but in a deeper. But this is the members only for those in the legendary trade room, where we are going to, that is where we are going to go deeper on all the pairs. So if you're on the sidelines and you want to put your trading to the next level and profit consistently, do join us in the legendary trade room at www.pairmarkets.com, and we are going to have a very wonderful time. So may the markets be with all of us.